this, oh, we got 4 showings, we got 4 offers on the table, you better hurry up. I'm not gonna do that unless we have 4 offers on the table, and he tells me I can tell her that there are 4 offers on the table.
Right.
Okay, everything we say that comes out of our mouth should be approved by our client.
It's the same as when we look at dual and designated, like in the nicest way, we can choose that we're not gonna do dual, but the rest of it's dictated by our buyers and our sellers.
That's right.
You know, like it's not up to us, we
That's
can
right.
try and keep hold of it, but it is all of this, if we take it back to our clients, and if we involve our clients as part of the decision, everybody is going to be absolutely fine. I promise you that if you include and advocate for your clients and they make the decision, you are going to be absolutely fine. And if you need help script practicing, role playing, learning how to do that, there are people here to help you.
I think that what you said is a very likely probability in that we're gonna see an increased percentage of those phone calls from unrepresented buyers. Because we're all, right, treading uncharted territory right now, and we're 4 or 5 days into this, and as buyers are coming to the market now, especially after August 17th, I think we're gonna see more and more buyers not even being willing to understand the education behind agency and commission. So therefore, I do think that there's gonna be an increase in buyers just going straight to the listing agent or straight to the seller to try to handle what they think that they can handle. We all know the intricacies of the actual transaction, but there are a lot of people out there that believe they can just go ahead and handle it on their own. So can you continue with her that she's come into the open house, she has signed the unrepresented paperwork,
Okay,
she's fallen in love with the home.
Got it.
And you represent the seller.
Yep.
What does that one conversation look like if different with your seller working with an unrepresented buyer in terms of commission? And are you providing her the forms? And the reason I'm asking is because she'll truly, like, I don't think I've ever
listen,
walked that walk yet.
So if I show it to her and she loves it and she wants to make an offer, what was I hired to do?
Sell the house.
On our offer to purchase, our North Carolina offer to purchase,
It does say it.
I went through and highlighted for my team, green, I think it was green and yellow. Green is the stuff you can fill out, facts. And yellow is stuff that you sell. Well, either one, what would you like to put in there? Or, I'm sure Sky Slope can do this, but I still use Dahoo. I don't.
I use that too.
Anyway, I can send her, so she says she wants to make an offer. I can fill out, as a listing agent, a North Carolina offer to purchase, and I can fill out the green, okay, which are factual stuff, right? And then in .loop, we now have, if we don't have it now, we're gonna have it today or tomorrow, very soon, because we were talking about this a couple weeks ago, where now she can fill out that stuff. So when it says price, when she logs in, it's gonna say something like 42 open fields and 14 signatures. And it used to just say 14 signatures.
It's in there now, like for the RPDS.
Perfect. So you now are gonna have to go in and put 500,000. Well, how much does your seller want in DD?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Figure it out.
Ask your buyer's agent. I mean, so if you put 0, and I know he's not taking 0, I'm gonna let you put 0. Because it's not my job to tell you what to put in those yellows. Now, you'll submit it to me, and .loop, I'm assuming Sky Slope does this too, will tell her, hey, you missed 3 things. So you can't even move forward without filling out every one of those. So let's say that I get it and she's got something blatantly wrong. Like, that's...
All of it.
Yeah. Forget about the math, but there's something else in there that she just got blatantly wrong. I'm gonna present it to my seller, wrong, and I'm gonna say, here it is. Now this part right here, she checked the wrong box. We'll fix that later, I'm not gonna go back to her and tell her to fix it. I'm just gonna present it. So I'm gonna present it to you, and I'm gonna, and if everything is perfect, you're like, I love everything. Then I'm gonna say, okay, let's check this box, initial next to it, I'm gonna send it to her and say, hey, number 14, appears that you made it wrong, we corrected the right one, we put our initial next to it, you need to initial it now. So I keep getting these words mixed up. And somebody gave me 2 perfect words and I've already forgotten them. Assist and help. Like
Facilitate.
Facilitate. See, it's those big words. So I can facilitate that. I just can't assist or help her fill out price, DD, date, closing date, who the attorney's gonna be. Those are things that she is choosing to be an unrepresented buyer, so you do it. Don't ask me. And if you ask me, I'm gonna literally tell you, I don't, you have to answer that yourself.
And throwing it out there
Yeah,
too,
yeah, that's all.
it isn't always the buyer that has to fill out an offer to purchase. A seller can actually fill out an
That's what I
offer to
said,
purchase.
reverse.
Like
That's
this is, we get into habits, right?
That's true.
And we get, that actually, if an unrepresented buyer comes and I can facilitate it, and my seller says, well, I'll sell it to them for $520
Right.
with this, and this.
Yep, that's
I can
true.
write up that freaking offer.
That's a good point. That's a reverse offer.
Like you can do it the other way.
Yeah.
Like we forget, we
Yeah,
get in our
that's a good
lanes
point.
and we forget that we can play with these things to the advantage of whoever our client is.
But, so let's say we did it that way, which is a very reasonable way to do it. So you're saying that you're not even gonna ask her how much she wants to offer. You're gonna go to your seller and say,
It's a possibility. Or if she
Yeah,
says to me,
he'll sell
well,
it
I
for-
paid full price
yeah.
for this, and I'm gonna go back and be like, well, screw full price, we're gonna ask you for $520. And I'll do a reverse offer and say to my seller, hey, what terms would you, like, if this
Yeah.
offer comes in, what would you like to see? And I would flip it back the other way.
part of me, I like that, that's easier, by the way. But part of me
We lose the art of negotiation.
likes the ability to say, you do it. You think it's so easy, you do it. You don't want an agent, you do it.
For potential lawsuits.
If-
If we're going in there and filling it out and,
Not if I represent my seller.
Yeah, you can do a reverse offer, you 100% can do that.
but could there not potentially be a future issue with the buyer going, I didn't tell that seller this.
No, because
was
I'll send it to you, because it's, remember too, that it's not, the offer to purchase is not a buyer document.
Right.
It is a document for contract on the house. So when they sign it, they're saying that they're agreeing to all of the terms.
Right.
I would make sure that I had the working with real estate that was non-represented,
Right.
that showed that they were unrepresented. I would make sure I had the document trail that said this is an offer from my seller to you as an unrepresented buyer. Please ensure that you read through each of the sections and sign, you know.
I like the idea of them filling it out, the price, the due diligence, those
Me too,
numbers.
because part of me wants to
They
show
fill
them,
that
this is
out.
not as
I'm
easy as
filling
y'all
out.
think. And by the way, this is the easy part.
Right.
Putting in a number on how much you wanna offer, that's the easy part.
But I think it's just that there is multiple, like, every time, you know, like, we've had the conversation, is like, David might be doing it this way and I might be doing
Sure,
it this way.
yeah, for sure.
There is no scenario in real estate that is textbook, right? It's very, very rare that you open it up and it goes A, B, C, D, all the way to Z. It doesn't happen like that. So I think surrounding yourself with people that can give information and can have objective ways to look at things differently, you can get your clients from A to Z in the most effective way for that particular client.
The only thing you should always be doing is looking out for your client's best interest.
Yeah.
Period.
I know we need to wrap up, and we will. Sharon had a good point. They're in South Carolina mostly, and was told that dual agency for their team is the same, the team lead and the team members, that is dual
Awesome.
agency.
I know very little.
So when I say dual agent,
Yeah.
I wasn't meaning I am, I mean, she's gonna sell it.
Sure, I get it.
Because I said, in the eyes of the state, they said you're one, and it will always be dual agency, so I think that's where it's.
And I'll be honest with you, I like that they did that,
Yeah, right,
to be honest with you.
Oh, yeah.
but if you
Because when
haven't-
you're on a team,
Even
kinda
though she'll
R1.
never know what I have talked to sometimes with
Yeah.
whatever,
yeah,
anybody, but it
Yeah.
does create that.
yeah, when it comes to teams, I think that, if I'm a seller or a buyer, I would rather you be a dual than a designated, because I just don't know how much you guys are really
Yeah.
back and forth. It can be done, we do it. I mean, Laura's told me and I told her, I'm not telling you that.
Yeah.
Made your offer, or whatever, you know, but I'm doing it just because I just have this heightened sense of always, if my seller or my client's standing next to me, you know, if I don't wanna answer that question with them standing next to me, then I shouldn't answer it. Anything else?
Was this
No, you
helpful?
guys are awesome.
Great, yeah.